How do we enjoy pleasure without becoming too attached? That is today's question, and that is number 38 on the list of the 144 fractal faculties of the Tree of Life. If you'd like a complete listing of all of those, just click the link in the description and I'll send you out a copy for free. Also, if you need an introduction to the Tree of Life, just watch my video, Tree of Life, a short introduction, and that should get you up to speed to be able to watch all 144 of these videos as I roll them out. Okay, now, welcome to my channel. My name is Thomas, and I do videos on educational matters. The first unit that we're starting here with is on the Tree of Life. We do Tree of Life first because it is a foundational tool, something that you can use to help you with other subjects. So when we learn Tree of Life, we not only learn Tree of Life for its own sake, but also for its ability to provide a structure and a foundation for you to be able to assimilate large amounts of information from other sources. So once we start our subjects, once we start our lessons on the reciprocal system of theory, or Buckminster-Fuller's synergetic geometry, or ancient Egyptian sacred geometry, or quantum arithmetic, or crypto history, history of music, all of those things can be kind of structured with the Tree of Life, and you can be able to make compare and contrast and prioritize, hierarchize all of these different subjects, put them in their place. Aleister Crowley called the Tree of Life a mystical filing cabinet. That's pretty much what it is. And yes, the Tree of Life was used by all kinds of Satanists in the past, but it is not an evil thing. Just like the internet has been used by all kinds of Satanists also, but that doesn't mean that it's evil. In fact, what it means is that it'd be important to use the Tree of Life in order to defend yourself from these people, because if you understand how the Tree of Life works, then you understand their game, and you understand what they're doing, and you can defend yourself. Okay, so this is the tree right here. And so what we're talking about is we're on number 38. So number 38 is within the seventh sphere. The seventh sphere has to do with, imagination, intuition, inspiration, also our creative spark, our pleasure principle. The eighth sphere is integrative or congregative. It takes things on their surface level and puts them together into meaningful relationships that are pleasing to people and that are original. And also then, taking that on a macrocosmic level. Also, this is our higher calling in life. This is how we kind of assemble how we're going to make the best version of ourselves and give it to the universe. Okay, so these are seventh sphere things. And then within the seventh sphere, because what we do is we take the whole tree and then we apply it to each sphere itself. So we take the whole tree, all 12 components of the tree, and put it on the seventh sphere. So we break down the seventh sphere to its 12 parts. And for this one, number 38, what we're looking at is we're looking at the ninth fractal, or the ninth aspect of the seventh sphere. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. And remember, the ninth sphere is about our domestic life, the domestic sphere, growing up in the home, We basically are devoted to those who are caring for us, and we are highly receptive because everything is fresh and new. We're very young, and we're just, getting used to everything, and we are staring a lot with wonder at our caregivers, and we learn to imitate what they do, and we learn to practice that imitation until we memorize it. So this is where we learn. This is our learning area, and this is heightened receptivity, imitation, memorization, memorization through repetition. Okay, and so that is the aspect that's within this seventh sphere construct. So it's kind of like a combination of those things. And so number 38 here is called ritual pleasure. Stage number 38 is about learning to harness our pleasurable experiences into a spiritual purpose through disciplined repetition. But then pleasures keep reflecting themselves in our awareness, motivating us to remember them. So let's commemorate them. Let's ritualize them into social and collective mnemonics. If we elevate our pleasures through ritual, then cultivating pleasure need not be cultish. Exalt, part 1. By commemorating, we try to put a healthy, nurturing structure or context onto our pleasures. Without memorized ceremony, pleasure carries a danger of morbidity, addictions, selfishness, declension, and infighting. But with discipline and ceremony, we're able to enjoy the pleasure, but at the same time establish limits to avoid abuse, complete with taboos. The ceremony continually reminds us what we are supposed to be doing, what we are there to do, our stated purpose, keeps us focused. The pleasure is just the spark. We must then elevate it and cultivate it. So let's do it again, but let's do it with discernment, keeping pleasure fresh through repeated enactments, directed and disciplined, for the purpose of jogging our memory without interrupting the flow of the proceedings. We have to practice our pleasure. Pleasure orients us toward the spirit, but it can be dangerous when the pleasure becomes the goal rather than the path toward the goal. What is the ritual's aim? Ritual traps our receptivity, so it is the surest way for the whole group to contact the world of spirit, while at the same time the obvious dangers of addiction, etc., are mitigated through a disciplined practice, because the pleasure is only to be allowed within the constraints of the practice. Okay, that is number 38, ritual pleasure, and that is the 9th fractal of the 7th sphere. Again, if you'd like to get a whole list of all of the 144 different fractal faculties of the Tree of Life, just click the link in the description and I'll send that out to you for free. You can also get the addresses, my addresses for Venmo or Cash App if you're interested in donating to the project. You can press the like button, share and subscribe, make constructive comments in the comment section. I will be rolling out number 39 on this list sometime in the next day or so. So please stay tuned to that. And then otherwise, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, and have a great, great weekend.